In 2009, they had the greatest football team ever assembled. They had Messi, they had Xavi, they had Iniesta, and also getting older who was on the bench. But a decade later, they lost almost 1.3 billion euros and they couldn't afford to keep the best player. Imagine, Lionel Messi. So how does a billion-dollar business or empire collapse from the inside? For years, Barcelona printed money. They owned everything and built a massive global brand. They fell into a very dangerous trap, which was their wage bill. So to keep stars such as Lionel Messi, as they grew older, they became the best players. They handed them the biggest contract in sport history. Messi's contract final deal alone, for example, was almost approximately 500 million euros. Their wage to turnover ratio hits a toxic of 80%. Almost all the money coming in was going straight to the players' salaries. A true breaking point happened in 2017. PSG bought Neymar from Barcelona at a record fee of 222 million euros. Suddenly, Barcelona had a mountain of cash, and the whole world knew about it. So when they went to buy replacements, for example, the selling clubs doubled the asking prices of the players they wanted. So Barcelona panicked. They blew their entire Neymar fund and took a massive debt, paying in installments to sign players such as Dembele, Coutinho, Griezmann. But then, as we all know, in 2019, something happened. COVID hit. So back then, the stadium and retail revenue vanished overnight. But those massive fixed contract players, they still had to be paid. The collapse became even terrifyingly real in August 2021. Lionel Messi, the greatest footballer in history, was forced to leave the club. Not because he wanted to, but because the club could literally not legally register him without going bankrupt. So the club viewed him from a 13-year-old boy just to watch him cry over his farewell press conference displayed by their own financial recklessness. So here's the great business lesson from Barcelona's collapse. They built a model where their fixed costs and player wages relied absolutely on perfect conditions. But when crisis hit and variable revenue dropped to zero, the operating costs were completely inflexible. So who is to be blamed for their collapse? The presidents who spent the money or the players who demanded the wages? Drop comments below for style business and you can tell me which part to cover on the next part. Thank you.